I love this one from Michael. I'm trashing my 15-year-old son today for ordering the Arctic salmon at Denny's. Not only did we have to wait over an hour for the food, I'm pretty sure they had no idea what Arctic salmon even was. When it came out, it was just an orange blob. You know what? Trash them both.
I smell rotten eggs.
Probably came out just as cold.
Could you imagine going to Denny's and getting the Arctic salmon?
Oh. It's like drafting Jake Locker. You just knew it was a mistake right away.
This is like our friend Mike Biseglia, Mikey B, who used to be the producer on this show for, the morning show with Taz and Moose. And he is an Uber Eats delivery driver, and he does a whole podcast about it, a very popular podcast. In fact, we should have him on the show to talk about it because it's so interesting. He's so funny. And he tweets about this relentlessly, and like all these crazy bad orders that people order. And he's done a bracket recently on the craziest orders he's ever delivered. And to me, I can't believe it was only a 4-seat in his bracket, was the tilapia from IHOP. IHOP!
You don't know food that well.
He took a picture of this, and it's like this white, weird, like pancake with like a white gravy on it. It does not look like fish at all. Could you imagine?
Peter Schwartz
going through the IHOP menu and deciding on the tilapia. I mean, of all the places, if you feel like fish, there are 1,000 other places to go. If you feel like anything but fish, IHOP is a fair choice. Imagine combining the two, going through the IHOP menu and going, you know what? I'm feeling tilapia tonight.
DA, what happens is you have people who don't go to seafood restaurants who now this time of year feel like they need to eat fish on Fridays, obviously, and this just becomes a thing where you just start reaching for fish at places you shouldn't get fish, and people go into panic mode.
Reaching for fish, like reaching for a quarterback in the first round.
You reach. You don't need Mac Jones at IHOP. You don't need tilapia at IHOP.
Blaine Gabbert is not a top 10 quarterback. That's a reach. You don't need the Arctic salmon or the tilapia at a breakfast joint.
Oh, terrible.
Arctic salmon at Denny's. At Denny's.
The Grand Slam fish.
Yeah, I'll take a moons over my hammy and the Arctic char, please. Oh, my God. Yeah, I'll take the 2 eggs over easy bacon and grits. And can I also get the grilled barramundi for my son? And toast. Side of toast with that barramundi.
Oh.
That's disgusting. It's so disgusting. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go to Denny's, get the mussels marinara. I'm sure that would be perfect.
Right. Have some self-respect.
And I'll get the sausage gravy on the mussels, please.
Oh.
All right.
So here's my question, DA. What's the better role for Sean? A sausage-eating thief or a food detective that solves things by eating?
Chorizo!
Oh, he would be phenomenal as a food detective. Absolutely phenomenal. In fact, if you were to ask me where Mraz's greatest, truest potential and contribution to society would be, it is somehow using his food senses, his food sophistication, his steel-like trap of a mind when it comes to dates surrounding foods and the booms of condiments around solving cases, solving questions, solving criminal complaints. Because I got to say, Mraz, you would be perfect if somebody said, okay, canvass this kitchen, tell us who committed the crime. You would be able to, just like a beautiful mind, look at all of the food, the condiments, when it's been eaten, when it was sold, when it came off of store shelves, when it burst upon the scene, and you would be able to, like, know in real time, click, 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 who would be the culprit.
There's a good chance, DA, I agree with you. Just by basing what I see on what has been eaten in a fridge, what's left condiment-wise, dates of expired things, I could probably give you age, ethnicity, gender, all of that, as far as whose fridge that is, what they're working with, what they've been doing, what do they eat the most. Yeah, I could break it all down. If there's a crime involving food and passion in the kitchen, there's no doubt there's somebody that all police forces should be hiring, and that's me.
Thick meat.
Now, it is interesting that this is probably just a sheer DNA thing where, like, oh, this guy took a bite out of a bratwurst, and we could just put this into a lab and then immediately bring up all the dental records of everybody in prison right now.
Hard candy!
You don't really need a food detective in this case, but I would imagine I could imagine you studying fridges, studying cabinets, studying, fast food orders in school, and like matching them with criminals, matching them with personality types, matching them with certain behavior characteristics.
Yeah, like a profiler.
Yeah,
Yes.
I could really see you thriving in this and being like, in a cold case, instead of calling iced tea, like you call Mraz. Like you got to get it. You got to get Mraz over here because the dictator can solve this in 5 minutes.
Yeah, instead of iced tea, call the milkshake.
Oh, that's right. And I'll bring all the boys to the yard.
Captain, I don't know. We got no leads on this whatsoever. There's only one man that can save us now. Call Milkshake. Somebody get Milkshake on the horn.
Mraz.
You know who we need? No, don't say it. Yes. Milkshake Mraz.
Moist. Jeez, you know
It's
what?
got to be...
Netflix still a sponsor. That's not a bad show for me to pitch. There could be a little extra income. Could even be a mini-series.
use an
I'll
old-
take a one and done.
Old, grimy, grumpy cop. Get me milkshake.
Brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours, and damn like, it's better than yours.
The Joker got us again. Gotham's under attack. There's only one man that can save us now. Batman? No. Milkshake.
Brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours, and
And then it immediately cuts to you in a puzzled look, milkshake in hand, going, did someone call me?
I just bought this sound speaker. I don't know if it works.
The soft serve machine coming down is like the bat signal. I appear the moment I hear it.
When they play Mr. Softy, it's like, uh-oh, get the milkshake to the crime scene.
Right. Do we want dessert or has there been a crime committed? What does that noise mean?
He's not the hero we deserve, but he's the hero we need. Milkshake.
My car is a
to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours, and
fast ice cream truck with a siren on top.
He comes out, he immediately starts licking everything in the fridge. Guy's got good taste.
Doing the picky taste against cocaine. Ranch. This must have been a crime from 2007.
Johnson, get me all the ranch profiles. Stat. I need a canvas. Every crime that was considered in this area in 2007. Well, boss, why 07? That was the height of the ranch craze. Officers are like, oh, yeah, milkshake. Milkshake.
He did it again.
And then there's the press conference where the commissioner of the police force is like at the podium. We could not have apprehended the criminal without the help of this man, Milkshake. And there's Perez like eating a banana split. Oh, yeah, I solved it again. Oops. Is that chocolate sauce?
Yeah, I got to trash an elaborate scheme that I knew I was getting scammed on, but I still fell for just because I was tired of hearing said scam.
Oh.
And just a brief backstory, I've fallen for this scam once before 10 years ago, so this is how I knew I was getting scammed. It's called the white speakers scam. And what these guys do is they roll up in a parking lot. I'm sorry, a white van speaker scam. They roll up in a van. They approach you if you're pushing some kind of shopping cart heading into a shopping center. They see a single guy or what appears to be a guy that be into sound systems, and they try to sell you on, hey, I'm from so-and-so sound company. We had an order cancer. We have this pallet. We're trying to get what we can from them. They give you this whole spiel, and it sounds like it's too good to be true because obviously it is. And even if you're thinking this guy's lying, he probably stole said products, he eventually gets you to try to buy something worth $2,000 for $100. And I fell for this 10 years ago. I would not be duped again until Saturday.
Tell me about what you fell for 10 years ago.
10 years ago, I bought a surround sound system for $150 because it was a $2,000 system, and they have fake websites they could go to on their phone and fake reviews. It's very elaborate. You bring it home, you wire it through, and it's all muffled sound that sometimes is filled with rocks and sand to help the heaviness of it. It's all fake equipment.
Oh, wow.
It's terrible. So I fell for it, and whatever, I ate it, and I was naive. This past Saturday, DA, I take Taylor to the store. I have a Target next to a supermarket. I have to make a couple runs.
Oh, no.
In between stores, I go to open my trunk to drop something off, and this guy pulls up to me in a van. Hey, man, you looking for any sound bars? Right away, I know. This guy's all about it again. He pulls in next to me as I'm unloading groceries. Obviously, I have my baby in the stroller. I'm like, nah, man, I'm not interested. I even lie. I go, I got all new Sonos equipment. I'm good, man. I'm good. He goes, yeah, but look. And he starts taking everything out of the car. And I'm like, I'm still in the middle of doing stuff. I'm good. I don't need anything. I'm good. He's like, yeah, well, how much would you have paid for this, too? I go, dude, I have all the Sonos systems. I don't know, whatever you want to pay. He goes, because you'd want the 10 watt, right? Or whatever, the 100 watt. I'm like, I'm not interested. So finally, I get done packing. This guy, I mean, it was relentless. He's lied to me now twice about where it came from. Was it a Buffalo Wild Wings? Was it a Lowe's? And I know it's a scam. He chases me down to the door of the supermarket
Oh,
now,
no.
and goes, well, whatever you got in your wallet. How about if I just took whatever you want in your wallet? DA, I had enough, and I knew I was getting scammed. And this is why I'm trashing myself, too. I took the last $40 I had in my wallet in cash, and I handed it to this man. And he handed me a soundbar back. And I just said, here, this is what I can give you for it. And I took it, and immediately after I just looked at myself like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I know it doesn't work. I know it's crap. I fell for this game 10 years ago, but I couldn't. It was like playing against the Syracuse zone defense. I couldn't take it anymore. I've never seen somebody take no for an answer more, and I was in a corner. I had no way out. I had my baby with me. So now I have a useless soundbar sitting in the back of my trunk for $40 that I know is a scam, and I've been scammed twice. So don't listen to these people.
Okay, trash them.
That deserves a trash can emoji.
You have not tried it
listen
yet.
to them like I did.
There is a 1% chance you have a working sound bar in your trunk.
It's not, and you can look these up on YouTube. He told me the company was Denon, which is supposed to be like Dannon. The whole thing is DA. It has fake stuff on it. I know it's fake, and I'm not going to open it. So my plan is, if I'm ever approached again, I'm going to try to return the policy, and I'm going to return the one that's unopened in my trunk. So I don't want to open it. But I couldn't take it anymore. I actually gave the man money because I couldn't take this scam. Was so ruthless and relentless that I knew I was getting scammed and just couldn't take it anymore. That rob me. Literally, I told the man to rob me. Take the money out of my wallet and please rob me so I could be done with this. I just wanted to be done with it.
Why didn't you just walk into Target? You could have been done with it that way, too,
Bogus,
and been up $40.
Bogus, it is so easier said than done. You don't understand the game
I
this
don't
guy
think
played.
so.
It was frustrating. I couldn't take. I actually let the guy rob me. That's what he did.
That's really amazing. Wow, the psychology behind just relentless target marketing, even when the person knows they're being swindled, is pretty amazing there. Yeah. I don't understand, why you didn't just walk away and not
I kept walking away. The guy's
or
waving
why did you
soundboards in my face.
give him $5 instead of $40?
Honestly, I wish I had a 5. All I had in my wallet was 220s, and then he saw what I had in my wallet. It was uncomfortable at that point. And I got my baby with me. The whole thing was too much. And the fact that I fell for it 10 years ago in a real scenario, and I was aware and I had the awareness, and I still let the man rob me. I'm a pathetic human being when you really think about it. I know I'm pathetic, but this really took the cake. So I'm every bit a part of this trash. But beware, don't fall for this scam.